Hi, everybody. Dan DeFedericis, Saratoga Report, and I am here with somebody new to me and no doubt somebody new to you. Dolores Kania is a teacher of Spanish who will be starting at Saratoga Central Catholic School, Spa Catholic, in just a few weeks for the 2026-2027 year. Mrs. Kania, first of all, welcome to Saratoga Report. Thank you for joining us, and how are you doing this kind of interesting summer?
Yes, I'm doing terrific. Thank you so much for this opportunity to to be with you and to be talking to the kids and the parents and the students of Saratoga. Yes, I'm doing very good. I'm doing well. Good summer, good day, good sunny day today.
Yes, it's that recent rain has brought out the mosquitoes. It's been crazy. It's been crazy,
Yes.
but Saratoga is always wonderful. I love Saratoga year round. Maybe late winter, I won't say that, but most of the year round. And summer certainly my favorite. So I
Yeah.
wanted to talk about your new position at Saratoga Central Catholic, and as a teacher of Spanish at both, I believe, the middle school and the high school. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yes, I'll be teaching seventh grade through the high school through 11th, 12th grade, I believe. Most
Okay,
definitely.
and we spoke off camera. You have an interesting journey in life as to how you became a teacher and so forth. Could you tell the people watching a little bit about your journey in life and how you became or how you didn't become a teacher, how you ended up here in 2026 as starting at Saratoga Central Catholic?
Yeah, well, ever since I can remember as a little girl growing up in my home country, Nicaragua, in Central America, I wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to be around the little niños, around the little kids. So yeah, so it's in my blood, it's in my nature, and so I enjoy very, very much teaching Spanish. I It's my passion. Um, I did mention that I'm from Nicaragua. That's how you detect my accent. And yes, I am a product of Catholic education. Growing up in Nicaragua, I went to an all-girls school, Pureza de María, Mary's Purity. Okay. And when I came to this country, I went to Mercy High School. It closed many years ago, but went to the College of St. Rose, and I taught for many years at Catholic Central School. And just recently, Mr. Signor mentioned that there was an opportunity to teach Spanish at Saratoga, and I said, I'll take it. I'm so happy. I'm thrilled, and I'm ready. I'm ready to start.
Wow, you've lived your whole life involved with Catholic education, whether it was as a student or a teacher, and so you're kind of an expert on it, right?
All my life, it's been Catholic education, Catholic schools, Catholic
Well,
education, all
good.
my life.
Let's expand on that for a minute. I always pose the question: the random friend that approaches you and says, "Geez, we live in a good school district. We pay a lot in taxes, but I am intrigued by a certain school, in this case, Saratoga Central Catholic. Why would you tell me, as your friend, someone you care about, that paying some money, and it's not outlandish, paying some money to Saratoga Central Catholic, why is that worth it for both that specific school as well as a Catholic education? What would you say to that friend?"
Yeah, well, definitely, I would tell my friend that Catholic education, Saratoga Central, at the school, we teach the values that are necessary to live in the current world. We teach the values, and we also, there is a faculty that genuinely cares for the students and for their well-being. The students become part of a family. They become part of a community while they are at Saratoga Central. And then once they graduate, they are still part of that family that extends beyond their time at Saratoga. So for the values and for the faculty that genuinely cares for the students, for their well-being, and are there to support them throughout their education, their journey, and beyond beyond the building, beyond senior year.
That's great. And oh, keep going.
I was going to say that they will get a sense of belonging to a family.
I concur, and as you know, we spoke off camera that my daughter attends Spa Catholic, and what was told to me and what I personally viewed is, it's a smaller school, smaller class sizes, 9-to-1 student to teacher ratio, and no child gets lost there. Probably
Mm-hmm.
you could say that generally about Catholic education for the most part, but I can say it absolutely at Saratoga Central Catholic, being a parent there, no child gets lost. Again, the success there, but also what you talked about, the values. I've hung out with these kids with my daughter at times. I've been with a group of kids, and even before we went there, I said, "This is where my daughter belongs." These kids are terrific. They're smart, they're funny, they're active, they're just energetic. There's just so many positive, and the values you mentioned. I said there was probably the students there, the older students that sold me on Saratoga Central Catholic. I said, I want my daughter going to school with these kids and being like these kids. And I'm sure you've seen that every day in your life.
Yes, yes, absolutely. The fact that they belong, that they make these friends, these friendships, that hopefully they last a lifetime. And like you said, that that they are smart, that they are curious, that they are funny. So that's all very, very important.
Great. And you're teaching Spanish, important. And could you touch on the importance of students having a foreign language education as well?
Yes, so absolutely. Yes. So I am the kids very animated. I'm very animated. I like to move around. I like to engage them. And I speak to them in Espanol. And as a result, they have to speak to me in Espanol. So from the very start, you mentioned earlier about kids not getting lost. On day one, it is so important to me to learn their names. So I continue to ask them throughout the first few days, throughout the first week or so, ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas? What was your name? What is your name? And then they'll repeat that, and I learn their names quickly. That's very important to me. But yes, I want to spark curiosity. I want to spark a passion in them. And for many of them, they've taken Spanish in the past. I don't know what that experience, but I want them to like Spanish, to be engaged, to be curious, to want more, and to speak Spanish with me and outside with their families. I'm learning about the climate. I'm learning about social media. I'm learning about El Día de los Muertos. So I want to spark interest and curiosity and self-confidence, not to be scared, pronouncing the words in Espanol, making mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes. We're all here in the same room, in the same journey, and it's part of the learning process.
That is great. I must have interviewed 150 people in this setting, and they were so many of them were so good and so passionate. But you are number one. Your passion is jumping out the screen at me.
Oh,
And since you will be teaching my daughter this fall, I'm really excited by that. I'm really excited for her to be learning Spanish from you. Excellent.
Me too. Thank you. I'm excited. I'm very excited. I'm thrilled.
Terrific. Well, good. Well, thank you for joining us today. This was I really this, from a personal standpoint, I really enjoyed this because I have I have an involvement there. I'm a stakeholder. But for those of you considering probably, well, I guess it could be this year, but likely next year, the 27-28 school year, I hope you give Saratoga Central Catholic some consideration. As for a tour, as for a shuttle visit. And Ms. Kania, thanks again for joining us today.
Thank you, Mr. the Federicis.
Thank you. Take care.
Nice to meet you. Yes.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.